Welcome back to Starsector. JC here, and today, on top of trying to earn a little bit more money so we can make a space station, and that's not a defensive station for something, I need to siphon off of a gas giant so I can make fuel later on. We also need to kind of improve our reputation with the Sindrian Diktat because it's our worst reputation. Plus, of course, I got a story quest line thing with them, so probably should do that as well. We'll have a look at what's in the bar before we go and do the other stuff. That's a tutorial. I'm not particularly interested in that. Right, let's have a look. A grizzled spacers. It's the bar downing shots of what looks like the cheapest liquor available. Underworld boss. We'll do that one. Oh. Keep the drinks flowing and mostly just listen. Letting the spacer unburden himself. A pirate base has been discovered. And we find out that this is a pirate contact. Oh. Well, that was interesting. Nothing really that's going to get me any reputation with these guys, so yeah, I guess it's time to go and do the other thing over here. Currently, the Sindrian Diktat are having an amazing problem with the hegemony and the iron shell. And the reason I am not at high speed is because they keep interdicting. So there's no point. Would you look at that? Free salvage. Don't mind if I do. Free stuff. Thanks. Why are they orbiting? Oh, because it's theirs. Let's have a look. Nah, I'm not really interested. Just loot it. I have just realised that I should really grab some supplies. Because I am running out of supplies. Oh, hello, pirates. Never mind. Let's go and dock with the station. Must be quite the hot zone around there. I had a couple of hundred supplies. Well, actually, more than a couple of hundred supplies, but you know, that'll have to do. That'll have to keep me going. Ugh. Right. There's no point in visiting the shrine. I've already done that. But I can prepare a shuttle to Yannick Ram's safe house, the thing that happened a very long time ago and then I forgot about. Yeah, it's fine. He's been continuing whatever he does, wherever he does it. Let's just go there, shall we? Right. You inspect the shuttle. that will take you to the surface of Volta. Your tech officer, armorer, personal guards, and pilot attend. I could bring a squad of Marines as backup. Equip a secret holo recording rig for personal safety. Yes. The technology officer proudly offers you a small case. A holo recording unit is a whisper of transmitter wire, visible only when it catches the light, fine as a hair, and a couple of small dermal patches to be placed around your face and head. Even without the passive camo system active, it is difficult to see the individual components of the rec unit without knowing what to look for, so they may spot it. So basically, you can do all of this, they may spot it, and it may make things more complicated. Well, I have guards, so I'm not going to take a weapon, because that'd be even worse. And Marines are Marines. We will board and do that. If it goes horribly wrong, I can load from a safe. Yes. All I'm doing is for personal protective reasons for a later date, just in case I'm taking a recording. You know, in case I need to blackmail someone. Or submit evidence to the correct authorities. You see, you've always got to be thinking that angle too with this lot. With a flash of the Sindrian Diktat crest, the shuttle receives navigation instructions from orbital traffic control. The worlds. That looked like a T for a second there. Very small on my screen. The whirls of storms, rivers of clouds hang before you over the shining Voltaran sea. Closer, you begin to make out the lights of floating habitats, sprawling farm envelopes, and transit mining platforms. Does this sound familiar? It sounds almost like the one we did for visiting the shrine not too long ago. Maybe it's a standard description. I don't know why it suddenly just started showing the actual background there. Right. The shuttle hits atmo with a barely perceivable change in the craft's harmonics. As the surface grows closer, the glittering lights and reflections of artificial structures resolve into a sparkling of garbage. Oh no, it's a sprinkling of sparkling. The sparkling garbage is the same as... it's a sprinkling of garbage, plumes of smoke from processing plants, oil slicks from extraction platforms, a spew of jetsam trailing from the overcrowded habs. Right, so what looks from afar to be a shining, perfect place is actually a raging shithole. Good job, people. The current regime has allowed the industrial conglomerates to self-regulate, provided they are politically reliable. Of course. Say the right things, toe the political line, you can do whatever the hell you like. Wonderful. Ram's safe house is in a logistics and warehousing complex attached to the spur of one such industrial cluster. The air is thick with the sweet stench of petrochem. Tasty. A quick glance at your data pad shows your perspective in perfect miniature. The holo record unit is working perfectly. Good. Step inside the self house. A plainclothes insect goon, obvious from their demeanour, opens the door, looks you over disapprovingly, and relieves you of your holstered sidearm before leading you down metal stairs to a dark inner room below the street level. Gannick Ram sits at a cheap conference table, dismissing the goon with a wave. The door thuds shut behind you, its weight suggesting armour or shielding. Captain, I am so pleased that you have joined me. We have much to discuss, much to do. Ram stands with a chilly smile. Ah, yes, it's one of those ones that smile, but it doesn't look like a smile. Well, a special agent would tend to be like that. Very well. Simply put, the plan, and my fellow patriots are in agreement, is to test and provoke the leaders of the Sindrian Diktat's 3 arms of power. They will either prove their loyalty to the vision of the supreme executor. There you go. Had to wrap my brain around that one. Lion of Sindria, Philip. Adria. Yeah, it's just going to be Phil. Lion Phil. Or they will show themselves to be corrupt, cowards, and traitors who must be executed to ensure the purity of the great cause for the Emperor. Jesus. Right. It's the opposite of religious zealotry. This is political zealotry. Both have the same effect, causing damn chaos. Mind. First, the Navy. While the Grand Star Marshal is normally in charge, he lies half conscious in a clinic on Sindri. The Supreme Executor should have replaced him a cycle ago, but Ram pauses significantly, has not. In his place, Deputy Star Marshal some name. I'm sick with names. Hyder commands the Asconia System Defense Armada. She is unimaginative, and I suspect she regrets leaving the hegemony behind during the Battle of Salus. You can play it cool for now, let him talk, or let him talk. Make sure the holo recording is getting everything. You do. With Ram distracted by pacing and ranting, you take a peek at your datapad. A holo recording rig reads all green, but the signal seems to be rapidly degrading. There must be some kind of interference. An automated counter-signal unit in the safe house. Will Ram be alerted if you keep transmitting? Turn off the transmission, record to hard memory to not set off an alert. That's basically, if it now gets taken off of me, there's no off-site backup. So if it gets found on me, that'll be a problem. But if it doesn't get found, I've got a hard recording. So it might have set off an alert. He'd be like, "Rah!" It's like, but I went, no, let's record that to local. Right. Next, Guard High Deputy Executor Cadian. Ah, the planet broke before the guard did. What? By the decree of Diktat, he holds the second in command rank to the Supreme Executor and leads the Lion's Guard, which is sworn to protect the person of Phil. It's Phil. Alright, Phil. That'd be very rude, but hey, I'm going to do it because nobody can hear me. Because this is all in my dude's head, obviously, so that's a Phil. I'm not going to remember the full name. And the integrity of his political and spiritual vision. Ram clenches his jaw, anger now showing through. Caden has clearly failed. He's a dogmatic simpleton, repeating the words of the lion without feeling them, knowing them. They do not burn in his heart as they do in ours. Ah, welcome to extreme zealotry. You're only one stage from just being a raving, foaming madman. Captain Ram is almost shouting towards the ceiling, perhaps addressing Caden and the other misguided followers of the Sindrian Diktat. Let him keep talking. There's a muffled thump. Ram's goon dropping something? But the weight of the door suggests it would take a great deal more force to make a sound which could be heard in this room. Now, I don't think Ram has noticed this because he's on a zealot rage, but your character's like, something's going wrong. Which might account for the sudden signal drop as the entire area being jammed before a raid. Which brings me to Chief High Inspector General Dolus Macario. Mac. Ram continues, almost spitting, head of the internal security services, of which I am, of course, a part. Never was there a more... Ram pauses in his tirade, lifting a hand to his ear. He turns to you with a confused look. Sorry, what? The door flies open in a flash. The door flies open in a flash. The thud of a shockwave buffets your back a half step, ears ringing. Blurred shadows burst in, targeting lasers flicker, firearms covering you and Ram. Though the settling cloud of dust steps a man in a long black coat over a perfect black uniform. Ram gasps, hands raised, now mercifully at a loss for words. Way! The nutter has shut up. Probably because a different nutter has walked in. The pistol in the man's hand barks once. Yannick Ram falls to the ground, dead. Well, that escalated quick. Oh look, it's Mac. Hello, Mac. What can we do for you? Captain JC, says Dolus Macario, or Mac, head of the Sindrian Diktat Internal Security Ministry in person. The Spider of Sindria, they call him, who lurks in the lion's shadow and strings up his enemies, extracts their secrets, and makes them suffer before they are disappeared. Mac's weapon is aimed at you now. What an awful first meeting. He glances down and looks back up, smiling like a corpse. My humblest apologies. It'd be great if you weren't pointing a weapon at me though. He holsters his pistol and, stepping over Ram's cooling body, draws a chair to the table. Let us sit for a moment. All this excitement would be very much... I would very much like to have a chat with you. Certainly. Sit down. Let's be cooperative, shall we? Mac gives his soldiers a dismissive little wave. You expect that they'll be at the ready nearby. Captain Ram was a traitor and has met the end which all traitors deserve. Mac leans back in the cheap folding chair, looking thoughtful. I am embarrassed to admit that he was also, in the broad strokes, correct in his assessment of the current state of our dear Sindrian Diktat, and his plan is a reasonable one. I have decided to enact it, with your cooperation. Ah, I see. So most of my recording is useless because the recording on the person of which it was doing is now dead on the floor. But I'm still recording you, friend. Or it's completely dropped that and it's just like, what plan? That unhinged ranting. Alright, we'll get to the straight of it. What's in it for me? Influence, credits, advanced spacecraft hulls, experimental weapons. Max spreads his hand wide. A river of generosity, then takes a moment to whisper into his cuff. That is a taste to ensure that I have your attention for the remainder of our conversation. Within seconds, your personal comm pings a surprise response from your quartermaster. 4K credits and 3 kinetic blasters. Very well. You have bought my attention for the moment. So, why would I ever want to help you? It is a question, it's not an interesting question, Captain. You are considered suspect among those of consequence in the Sindrian Diktat. The officers, the bureaucrats, the party members. As an outsider, provocateur, you are expected to hold outrageous political opinions, which proves you with credibility with those of traitorous intent. What plan? That unhinged rambling? Max smiles thinly. The plan is simple enough. In light of the Supreme Executor's upcoming transition, we must root out treason and corruption at the highest levels, by which I mean, of course, those arms of the state which project fire volatile force. The Navy, in the person of Ida, and the Lion Guard, in the person of Cade. I, of course, see to the reliability of my own ministry. His eyes flicks to indicate Ram's corpse. Nice display there. Once the means of force are purged of traitors, they shall burn out the rot that has taken root in this grand project. The so-called Voltairean resistance and the double blight that Notoria and Umbria in rebellion. Once the power base in Asconia is consolidated, the Diktat may turn its gaze outwards. I get it. What do you want done hypothetically? What do you mean turn its gaze outwards? I don't like the sound of that. That could have problems for my faction. I get it. What do you want done hypothetically? You begin to understand, says Mac. Good. It's like, what do you want done? Hypothetically speaking, no, not actually actioning on it, of course. I shall provide you with a file. It contains an officer under Deputy Star Marshal Hyder's command, who she has ordered to meet with a smuggler to purchase armaments. This is, of course, treason. Hyder believes she must circumvent bureaucracy to maintain condition of the defence armada. She is correct. The Lion's Guard take the lion's share. He makes a strange, suppressed noise at his own joke of the military procurement budget. This provides us an opening, leverage. Confront this officer, arrest them, or kill them if they resist. Even destroy the fleet and keep smuggled weapons. I don't care. I shall ensure after the fact that you are seen as, at worst, performing an accidental service to the Diktat. Lovely. So no repercussions then. Thank you. The purpose of this is to draw out Hyder. I shall ensure that she knows you were behind the interception. She will want to confront and eliminate you herself due to the sensitive nature of the matter. Mac is having fun. You can tell. He lives for this. Getting somebody else to put themselves in trouble while you get to sit there and take all the glory. This is your opening. Explain yourself as acting upon my orders for the Diktat, or representing a weapons supplier seeking to replace her previous contract. I'm sure you'll come up with something good. The point is, you'll have her attention and you'll have her compromised. Find out her intentions. If she is willing to engage in open treason, or if pushed, will she side with myself, the legitimate authority, in the upcoming struggle? A rivalry with Caden and the Lion's Guard is well known, so that may be a good axis upon which to turn her. Okay. I mean, you could just say, yeah, why didn't you talk to her? And it kind of, he's so high up that she won't really trust him. It's a weird thing. Why would killing her subordinate possibly make her trust me? You don't know her like I do, Captain. She is a capable admiral, brilliant logistician. Why? And a dreadful politician. She loathes contradiction, inefficiency, and above all, lies. When she must participate in such squalid affairs, she will be put off balance and seek stability provided. Mac looks pleased with himself. It is trivial to manipulate her. I trust, with my help, you are capable of it. Okay. I'll see what I can do. Not promising anything. Might be able to pull something off, friend. Stepping back into what passes for a street, you look up at one of the ubiquitous flickering hollows of Phil, supreme executor of the Sindrian Diktat. You try to imagine the Lion of Sindria, drooling and mindless, deep in some bunker clinic surrounded by increasingly panicked doctors. Yep, sounds about right. Max seems like a man who turns his capable subordinates into tools and his ambitious subordinates into corpses. But if you play along for now, he readily provides generous rewards and access to the heart of the Sindrian Diktat's upcoming power struggle. An idle thought prompts you to check the Holowreck's memory. It's been remote hacked. Your feed has been replaced by an old Armada propaganda experience. Yeah, Mac's little joke, you suppose. Yeah, the device. They knew the device was there and they just went, yeah, it's fine, we can cover that. Whoop, done. Fair enough. Fine. The recording might have passed on RAM, but not someone higher up the chain who knows what they're doing. Very well. Let's have a look. Kinetic blasters are Lion Guard weapons. Okay. Handy. That is interesting, but we are, at this point, all out of time. So on that note, thank you for watching. And until next time, this is JC. Out.